Hi dear students, welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about formation of sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks, types of igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks and how they are useful for us. What are the minerals present in igneous and sedimentary rocks? This all we are completed. Yes, so now once we will uh, look back into the rocks, formation of rocks, and then we'll see the third type of rock. What are the third type of rocks? How they are formed and how they are useful, you're going to learn in today's class. Okay, so just these all the formation of rocks, what does they contain, you already learned, but once again we just see how they are formed. Our earth is made up of soil and rocks, you know very well. This we have already discussed it. And the sand and soil you see all around you are made up of tiny particles of rock. So when these rocks get break down due to physical means like any vehicles when goes on these rocks, they get break down and form the soil, sand and small gravel, they will break down into like that, or else by the biological ways like that, due to continuous heating and rains, and continuous heating and cooling also causes the breaking up of rocks, that's known as weathering. So due to weathering, the soil, sand and gravel is formed. Yes, so and in this way when you observe a piece of rock, we find many layers of rocks under the soil and sand. When we dig the soil, we can find many layers of rocks. This also you learnt in before class. And when you observe a piece of rock with a magnifying glass, it's made up of with small grains. These small grains are minerals. See how this boy is observing the rock through the hand lens. This is called hand lens. In your geometry boxes, hand lens are available, children. So if you have a hand lens, then just look at, observe how the minerals are located or arranged in these rocks. Just look at and you can enjoy this. All rocks on earth are made up of minerals. You know this very well because in igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, you learnt that how these different rocks are having different minerals like silica, calcium carbonate, and quartz. These all the different minerals you had seen yesterday. And some rocks contain only a mineral, while others, some rocks will have many minerals, more than one mineral also they are having sometimes, right? So this is about formation of rocks. And now you also learned the rocks on earth are of three different types based on their formation. They are of three types. They are metamorphic rocks, igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks. You have already learned about igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks, and you also know the examples of this limestone is one of the sedimentary rock, and marble is igneous metamorphic rock. You did not learn about the marble or metamorphic rock. I will explain you in next slide. And pumice is one of the igneous rock. So you know the formation of this limestone and pumice. You need to understand about the formation of marble. Now we will see how the marbles are actually formed. So metamorphic means the changes, the rocks which are formed by the changing of igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks. When igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks changes their shape and their mineral formation changes, and the metamorphic rocks are formed. Metamorphic means a change in their form. In their forms, igneous and sedimentary, when they change their forms, then the metamorphic rocks are formed. Why the changes are occurring? Why these changes will come in igneous and sedimentary rocks means, you know that the sedimentary rocks are formed under the sea levels. So at the bottom of the sea, layers of sediments can be seen. They are only cemented into like rocks that you learnt in previous class, right? And also the eruption of volcanoes and the depending on the lava coolingness, the igneous rocks are formed. In both of them, the layers can be seen, different layers. When these rocks are whenever these igneous or sedimentary rocks immense, when they subjected or when they undergoes for heat and pressure, lot of heat when it is created in sediments, or lot of heat when magma is cooling down, uh, and pressure when it is created by the earth are inside the earth. When magma is inside the earth, when lot of pressure or heat is created, then their form will be changed, their mineral content will be changed. So then these changes are causing for the formation of metamorphic rocks. You can see how these rocks are changed, increasing the metamorphism. Metamorphism means changing of the rock. First it is a shale. Shale is the example of shale is one of the sedimentary rock. Then it is changed into like slate. Many layers are shale got many different layers, and from this shale a slate is formed. From the slate, due to the pressure increased on this slate, it changed the other form of pyrite. And from the pyrite, if immense heat and pressure are increased, then skit is formed, and finally genesis rock is formed. So this genesis is formed from the sedimentary rock. When sedimentary rock is changed, gone through all these different stages, and then finally a metamorphic rock is formed, that's called as genesis. Right, children? So this is the way the formation of metamorphic rocks are undergoing. So metamorphic means a change of form, and metamorphic rocks are formed from igneous rocks or sedimentary rocks, as I explained you just now. When these rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, when they undergoes for a lot of heat and pressure inside the earth, and their mineral content of rocks will change. Whatever the minerals are there in them, actually the shale is formed by the cementing of clay. When clay is gathered together, a layers of clay get hardened and becomes the shale. But finally, it will become a hard genesis due to the mineral change, due to the pressure applied on this shale inside the earth. The pressure which is created on this shale causes for the formation of genesis metamorphic rock. These changed rocks are known as metamorphic rocks, and these are tougher and harder, whereas shale is very smooth sedimentary rock, finally changed into like hard genesis rock, which is a metamorphic rock. So understood, children, the formation of metamorphic rocks and the types of metamorphic rocks. How you learned the different types of igneous and sedimentary. The same way, even metamorphic rocks are also of different types. Among that, one is the marble. Marble is one of the metamorphic rock, and it is formed from the sedimentary rock. You learned yesterday about limestone. When the sea creatures undergoes, they goes at the bottom of the sea and forms some layers. So heat and pressure is created in those layers, and they cemented together the living creatures, and some minerals also present in their dead bodies, in their skeletons. So with the help of that, the limestone is formed, and they have the mineral called calcite. Yesterday we discussed in the sedimentary rock. So this limestone, when undergoes several changes, and finally get the shape of marble. So it is found in various colors: white marble, pink marble, grey color marble. Different marbles are available. When you go to a tiles factory or else any construction area, you can see the different colors of marbles. That's why, because of their smooth structure, because of their hardened shape, we are using them in construction areas. Any ceramic industry, ceramic shop, when you go, you can find out these different colors of marbles, and very polished, very glassy structure it shows, shining structure it shows. Yes, it can be it can be carved and polished easily. So nice paintings, nice carvings can be done on this marble because of its smooth structure. Why it's getting smooth structure means it is formed from limestone, where the limestone is formed from the dead bodies or the outer skeletons of sea creatures. Understood, children? So this is all about one example for the marble use, that is very largely used in a famous building in Taj Mahal is made with white marble. So the beautiful look of Taj Mahal gained due to the marble usage. And the next one, slate. Slate is also formed from the shale, a sedimentary rock. Shale is a sedimentary rock, and this shale is formed from clay, gathering of clay. So many layers, the fine clay forms the different layers, from that the shale is formed. So when shale undergoes several changes, it forms the slate. So it is, this is the slate, children, you can see. So it is dark gray color. It can be easily split into like sheets, sheets they can separate very easily. And it is used for making writing slates in LKG, UKG. You might have used slate, no? So those slates are made from this slate metamorphic rock. And our blackboards and the roofing tiles, for roofing purpose we use the tiles, those all are made from the slate rock. So slate is a metamorphic rock, and it is formed from the shale, which is a sedimentary rock. Understood? And the next one is Genesis rock. Just now we discussed. And when a granite is igneous rock. We learned when magma gets cooled down, the granite is formed, and it is available in a gray color, white color. We discussed when we learned about the igneous rocks. So that igneous rock of granite, when undergoes several changes, it formed the Genesis. So during its formation, the minerals within it gets separated to form light and dark bands. So when the minerals are getting separated, when granite is undergoing some changes, so the minerals also start getting separated. So whenever they get separate, they'll get some dark color, light color, dark color bands appears on this Genesis rock. Different colors appears, that can be seen separately. These dark and black color bands can be seen separately. So it often glitters because of the presence of shiny mica. So mica is present in them. Because of that mica, they appears very shiny. So shiny the Genesis rock is. So it glitters. So shining and light and dark color bands are also present. So it glitters always. And one mineral is present, that mica is present in them. So Genesis is one of the metamorphic rock, slate is one of the metamorphic rock, marble is one of the metamorphic rock. Now we will see another type of metamorphic rock, that is quartz. Quartz is the another type of metamorphic rock. You can see the structure of quartz. So when sandstone is a sedimentary rock. You learned yesterday, when sand gets deposited, the sandstone is formed. Sandstone will be red in color, a famous building of our Red Fort made from the sandstone you learnt in a previous class. So when this sandstone undergoes for several changes, it forms a quartz. So this is the quartz structure of quartz. Before after changing, it gets very hard shape and can even scratch steel. It can scratches the steel also. So it is used to make statues, and it is also used to making glass in ceramic industries. So due to its hard shape, they are using to scratch or to write on the glasses. So these are all the different shapes of metamorphic rocks, children. So one is marble, slate, genesis, and quartz are the examples of metamorphic rocks. Up to now, you have completed the different types of rocks, their minerals, and their uses. Okay, now just one small test for you, that is oral test. It is from your page number 47. Just we'll discuss and then we'll go for the minerals. Here some multiple choice questions are there in page number 47. So you have to answer these questions in your textbook itself. These questions we'll discuss in coming class, children. And we are also going to learn along with the rocks what are the minerals found in earth. Minerals meaning and what are their uses, how to extract these minerals from earth. This all we are going to learn in our coming class. Okay, so your today's homework is page number 47 worksheet is there in your textbook. Complete that worksheet. We'll discuss the answers in coming class. And you also draw the diagrams of different metamorphic rocks and mention their uses. In front of the rock, you also mention the use of that metamorphic rock, and be ready to learn about minerals in coming class. Thank you, children.